It has been 11,000 years since the kingdom of Adora was cast into the astral sea, along with the invading demon god Deimos. The last king of Adora, Gnarl Denstra, the elven god king Xandril Mishinel, and the necromancer Avigard fought and stopped the impending doom of the eternal darkness from coming forth, but were lost to the world when they too were cast into the astral sea. Now, the land of Redigan is split into 4 kingdoms. Adeshmira is the Elven Kingdom, where 10,000 years ago they called the elves back into their forest to lock it away. Most heeded the call, but some believed that they should not segregate and stayed in the world.
The Round Top Rainforest, where many other races call home, is now a kingdom under the direction of the druids who reside there. They left their borders open, but all know that if you enter and do not respect the forest, your life will be forfeit.
The Dwarven Kingdom of Gratispar called the dwarves back to their homes, closing and locking the doors of their vast mountain kingdom, and they have not opened them yet.
Finally, the Kingdom of Remedigan, known as the Kingdom of the Humans, left its borders open and welcomed anyone who sought refuge. It thrived, not from isolation, but a joining of all races under one idea: peace. 100 years ago, Odura returned. With it, the High General Martin Firewell and King Xandril Mishinel, and there has been a fragile peace between all kingdoms. Until now. Hi, people. I don't know. I got yelled at for not being here. No, you feed us. Oh yeah. Well, no, that's out of game. No, but foods. Wiki, I don't have an insult for this. I got my dogs back today for the first day in, like, since the week before Thanksgiving. Yeah. Moving sucks. Oh, nice. They nice and clean? No, multitasking's a myth, Doc. Doc, if I click on that, we're all going to freeze. So, well, you know, then I'd have to pick it up.
Last time on Cowboy Bebop.
That's not the thing.
Yes, it is.
It is.
I say see you there, Space Cowboy, all the time on my videos. Thank you very much.
But the last time for the Bros and Dragons podcast, in case.
C Dartis says,
Yeah,
yo
I fixed
dog,
it.
can't hear anyone. Okay.
I have since fixed it.
Mike's new to this because he hasn't done it in like a month and a half or something like that.
It's been about 2 months. We're getting there.
Yeah, and I will verify that. You're hearing more than you would have if I was still doing it.
Hey, everybody. Hey, Wednesday.
Hello, folks.
Hey, Dartis.
But going back, so people that remember,
I love you, random
our
citizen.
friends set off on their adventures. They ended up going into the Dark Forest, combating the eerie and demonic realm that is this piece of land. They tried to attempt to free the Guardians. At no avail, they were too late to save them, so the group decided to free them. One of the Guardians, Cloud, became the voice of Gaia to the new Guardian group. They created the first ever Plantilium in honor of this, and were the first people in 10,000 years to cure a part of the demonic or dark forest. Barely making it out, and shenanigans happening, including good TikTok references of "Tell me your party's screwed." They did finally make it out of the dark forest. They made it into Adashmira, the first people besides the High Moon Elves to ever step foot in the forest in 10 millennia. They were greeted by some of the guard there. The guard helped them get onto the path to go to the nearest town, which is not too far away. And I'm going through my notes, and I found out why I can't find them from last time is because they're 13.5 because somebody requested that.
Mm-hmm.
Funny thing is, I'd have to listen to that episode to figure out what the name of that town is right this second. I'm sure it's in my notes somewhere, but I've got my notes jumbled this week because they're notes from like 3 weeks ago, and I didn't get a chance to reread them.
You've had 8 weeks to get ready for this session.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry. What's the name of the town, Mike?
Huh?
I'm doing the entire world. All you have to do is remember the.
I'm already into character, and I've got way too much on my plate.
Perfect. Because if you're in the character, it's literally been like a minute or two. So
yeah, but I'm way too worried about my mom back at home to like really register everything that's going on with me right now. Sorry.
However, we ended them coming over a little bit of a mountainous, not mountain, but like a hill, overseeing into the valley, seeing the town ahead. Let us adventure on. Before you get to the town, is there anything you guys are talking about?
It was. I gotta say, it's pretty nice to like run into people that clearly have the drop on us and, you know more than we do, but don't immediately like kill us or anything like that. That's pretty nice.
That is rather nice. Hey, Tayson.
Yeah.
Could you maybe teach me a couple words of Elvish?
Yeah. You know, did your parents ever tell you about like cram studying and like procrastinating before you take a test, and you shouldn't, like put it off for too long because then you don't really have a whole lot of time to retain the information? Because I feel like I brought up the fact, I don't know, weeks ago that, might want to learn some, and now we've got like oh no, this is like episode 3.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I just told you to get by on my good looks and stout appearance.
You should try that. Also, here's hi, bye, please, thank you, and I need to use the bathroom.
So, like everybody who speaks or doesn't know Spanish, sí, no. Porque en lava sus manos en el baños.
I lived in Germany. I lived in Germany for 14 years and only picked up Darf ich bitte zur Toilette? May I use the toilet? Yeah. 14 years, that's all.
That'll do it.
I lived there for 3 weeks and I can string together entire sentences.
Nothing. I'm pretty. I don't have to learn things.
I like that. I'll just get involved with somebody else's life and live it. What was that from Family Guy?
Uh-huh.
You remember well, Miranda will remember that the conversation that you had with Xandro during Martin's funeral, that you learned from Navarra, the guard, that all the elves here speak Sylvan. She said, real elves speak Sylvan. That was her exact words to you.
Pretty sure I know Sylvan.
I think we're all good then, right? We've got at least one language in common with the elves.
Oh, I'm not a real elf, so this is fine.
Not a real boy.
I'm an egg.
Oh, ouch!
I'm an egg. It's okay. Let's go.
Damn!
Strings to hold me down. Okay. You guys come to the edge as you're having this conversation, learning and talking, and you see this town. The sun's going down, but unlike being in the dark forest, you can tell that it's coming to the twilight hour. You notice many people working with their hands. You feel the magic here, all of you, because you have a connection with magic. With the beautiful green trees that seem to be lined with the green crystalline figurine, and even the architecture is made up of a combination of these two. Definitely unique, even from that of the Feywild. It is more than just magical. It's peaceful. As you walk into the town, a group of laughing children run right past you, openly playing. You hear the sound of anvils and hammers off. The sound of chipping of masonry as stone is replaced in some of the structures. You see two individuals pushing a bar attached to a crystalline wheel that seems to be grinding on a basin of mud and clay. In the distance, a long farm seems to be growing, with many people in the fields that you see popping in and out. They seem to be tending the fields. After a while, you hear a little melody play as two elves, a man and a woman elf, walk around with a flute and a lute, and some of the town folks will dance a little before going back to whatever work they were doing. A female moon elf with darker purple, almost black hair, strands of gray and silver coming through, even to your eyes. She is long in years, and using a cane, approaches you. Greetings, traveler. The Hash have told us of your arrival. If you need a place of rest, you're welcome to what little we have. I hope you are well. The demons have claimed so many of our young gods in their duties.
Yeah, rest sounds good. Real sorry about the demons. Working on it. But, you know, demons. Where are we going? I'm sorry. It's been, the demons.
Miranda's just kind of looking at Tayson, like... Tayson.
Mm-hmm.
I think they know about the demons,
Mm-hmm.
honey.
Oh,
Yes.
I was relating.
Yes, we would appreciate any
Oh, okay.
refuge you can give us.
Okay.
Well, after the work is done, there will be a communal feast, as there always is. A few of the villages opened up some beds in their homes.
Do you need any assistance?
I think we have it. Everything is good. And she looks at you, Tayson, and says, I don't know what you're apologizing for. Judging by your age, the demons are not your fault. They've been around since I remember, and I am 752.
Nice. You look great.
Thank you.
So I know you said you've got it handled, but if we don't really, assist you in some way, I feel like we're basically gonna kind of sit over by like a tree and just kind of watch you all work until it's time for us to hang out and eat and stuff. So you sure you don't want us to do anything? We really do appreciate your generosity and stuff.
What different artisans are you good at? Maybe we could find a place if it makes you feel better to work.
It's a good question.
I'm would love to get back in the kitchen. Would absolutely just love that if we could. If anybody needs help with any sort of, I would clean potatoes right now. That's how much I miss the kitchen.
The feast is being prepared, and she points at a building over there. You are more than welcome to join in.
Fantastic. I'll see you guys on the flip side. I'm gonna go help with that.
I'm a cleric of the five, and I'm familiar with what plants are poisonous, so I could maybe assist with herbs, like collecting those.
I believe they're always looking for hands in the farms. Yes, you can go over and till. I'm sure whatever they're growing is not poisonous. They've been doing it many generations. But they're always looking for a hand or two if you're willing to get a little dirty.
Yes, I'm willing to assist with that. She walks towards the fields.
But you're more than welcome to sit at the tree if you'd like, young man.
Oh,
Friends are.
I don't really know that I've got any skills that actually help other than awkwardly pushing the issue and putting my friends into spots where they have to do something, and then tree sounds fine.
She looks to the longhouse that's where Stroop is heading. She looks over towards the fields where Miranda's headed. She giggles a little bit and says, "Well, you're making it so they don't need you anymore, apparently."
Yeah, that's great. My skill is delegating through uncomfortable. So I am going to find the comfiest tree, and I will see you soon.
Tay-san, I don't want to sit and watch everybody work. Sends friends off to work. Tay-san, I'm gonna sit here and watch everybody
Listen,
work.
you know when you want to be of help, and then you realize there is absolutely nothing I can do to contribute. I grew up in a very, very shady school, and then I lived in a castle. Like, what am I going to do in this position?
So,
Do you have any buildings you would like me to blow up? Because I can try that and possibly hurt myself and others in the process, but that's about all I got.
a very much commune is what you're seeing here, though. Even the people playing the music going around, helping, just maintain a sense of morale, which everybody here just seems happy to be doing the work that they're doing, is different than the city lifestyle that you guys are used to.
I have a question. Could Mirinda, in theory, use her her channel divinity clone to double the work that she can do?
Yeah,
She's gonna do it.
Of anything in the rules that says you couldn't do that.
She's gonna definitely do that when she gets to the fields.
You head to the kitchen, Stroop. You notice about 5 people here looking like they're making family style. And it's beautiful art in motion. Like, they've been doing it for decades together. As some chop, some move. They seem to grab in the middle of chopping and move some of it away without getting nicked. And everything seems to be working in unison. Even though you feel the magic of this place, you do notice that nobody seems to be using any. They seem to be working with their hand.
Like to try and seamlessly join in the process. I want to just get between a couple people and just start doing something.
Sure. I just want to see how well it goes. Can I get a dex roll from you?
Yes, you can. You can do this. I believe in you.
The heart of the dice!
First roll of 2022.
Ow, ow. I had my character sheet pulled up. Where is dexterity? 15. I got a 15.
That's good for you.
That is good for you.
I know how to play D&D sometimes.
She just did the D and or D.
Ding.
Yes, you jump in, and those around you not only make space, let you jump in, not saying a word. You growing up where you grew up, the Waffle Hut and the things that you've done, you notice that they seem to slow their work, not diminish the work, but slow it down just enough so that you keep up.
Perfect.
Miranda, you head over to the farm fields.
Mm-hmm.
And as you enter and a few people there greet you, you let them know, I'm here to help. And they let you know the work's almost done. We've got do you know anything about tilling? Do you know when fruit and vegetables are right for picking? How much farm experience do you have?
I mean, I've worked as a cleric of the Five for a while, so I've done deeds assisting farmers out in the lands. Though, if I'm being honest, I probably am not as knowledgeable as you.
Just here's what you look, and they give you little bits what to look for near the roots and the dirt as you go down the line. You notice that everybody's coming to the last few sections of the tilled out area where everything's growing. You jump in. You can more than welcome to use your duplicity, invoke duplicity here, and bring your clone Miranda out to also help along. It doesn't seem to slow, it doesn't hinder, it doesn't seem to increase. You just seem to fit right in as it goes. Tayson, you find a comfy tree. And you watch, and as you look around, you see the reason that people are hitting and breaking stone is to replace stone on another building. Not because it was broken, but preventive. People are doing roof work. Other people are helping others. A few of the village seems to be playing along with the kids, just making sure that they don't get into, I would say, too much trouble. Free range parenting, as we call it. After a little bit of work, which is pretty difficult actually, and tilling and trying to keep up because you would, everybody thanks you, Stroop and Miranda, for what you've done, and everybody starts heading to an area where you notice a big bonfire is being set up.
Hey.
You see everyone. Sure.
Hey, how'd it go?
It's
Went
really
alright.
awesome. I had so much fun.
Nice.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I just chopped vegetables for 3 hours, but I miss it. I miss it so much.
It's a lot
Oh
of
my gosh,
vegetables.
I could live here. Do you think they'd let me live here? I know I'm shorter than everybody, but I could try and fit it in other ways.
Miranda she tries not to pat Stroop on the head too much, but, sometimes her hand misses to, get between Stroop's shoulders. Just be like, it's alright. Breathe.
It's fine.
It's okay.
I don't think you need another job to add to your plate, but okay. If that's how you're feeling, okay.
Just wanna, you could feel the intensity of the way that everybody was just working together,
Sure.
and it was beautiful. Hope my staff is like that one day.
You see everybody gathering at the center of town. One moon elf comes out with a lute and seems to set up. Everybody semicircles around him. The old lady comes up next to you and again says, "Oh, the Chantalina, you are in for a treat tonight. He is our history keeper."
Do you think he would mind if I join him on the Dulcimer at some point?
Oh, it's nice of you to offer, but a history keeper tells their story through their this is how it's passed on and passed on. It's interesting. 3 of the Chantellianda at all times in the village. The master, the fellow, and an apprentice. But you're in for a treat. It takes a lot out of the history keeper to do this, to play the history of our people of Remedigan.
I mean, yeah, it's a lot of people. Like, okay.
He just smiles. A treat indeed. You watch this youngish looking elf finish setting up, and stand with his fingers over the cords, looking over the tree line. Light dims, and then the final light of the day is shown. He begins. The echoes of the chords seem to hang into the air. Each pluck of the lute sends colors spiraling into the air. They mix as the song plays, as the cloud gathers, it swirls. And then 3 large creatures stand upon what looks like the surface or horizon of a world. So tall that you can see the actual curvature of the world. And they begin to spin magic themselves. As he plays, the world comes to completion of the word. The colors spin as other beings come down from the heavens. They look over the work of the world with these 3 larger beings. One of the giant beings strikes out against one of the smaller beings that came from the sky. The smaller beings have colors coming from them, but one of them, the red one, intertwines the big creatures, driving them into the ground. The colors swirl again, and we see elves charging from a forest line. It actually looks very familiar. Swirls of color standing over others, stretching out. One of the elves, with the tip of a bow, directs the others. Even though it's a color, it's mixed. It's not a drawing perfect. It vaguely looks like Xandro Missional. Many other races stand as they clash, and the sprays of color spray everywhere. The colors spin, and then you see a very beautiful representation of the Adashmira. Another blow, and 2 fingers stand and seem to be casting. The colors swirl, and the plants, something as a dark forest, blooms. These 2 figures create. And you watch as the swirl of color looks like a topographical map, and you watch the black of the dark forest spread. The smoke clears, the colors come together as a great city upon the mountaintop of the center of Adashmira, where you know Lake Adura is today. The swirl changes as a giant figure with horns stands above the castle. The swirl comes and it seems to zoom in on 3 figures standing as thousands of others flee. An elf that seems to have a green glow firing arrows. A human-like figure grasping at the creature with plants, and another human-like form casting black magic. It swirls as the one casting black magic seems to pull a scroll out, and then a crater stands where that entire city seemed to be. The smoke turns as we see the montage of life, reading, studying. Ruins crumble, rebuilt, all over all the land. It ends with another scene of the elven shape with the bow being drawing up, with a figure of 2 women wearing crowns. The one standing a little taller in full armor, the other one in a sparkling blue dress. The scene flashes with a set of wings sprouting from the armored elf, as the colors seem to all return to the instrument at once. The elf that was playing grabs out at a chair that he set up tiredly and sits as those around him begin to come to him and congratulate him, and then the children erupt in a cheer. Seems like this was the history, and you watched it unfold.
It was beautiful and terrifying. Do you guys happen to know who the two figures who made the Dark Forest were?
Who are you speaking to? Sorry.
To my friends.
Oh, these. Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask them, and then if they don't know, probably ask someone else.
If
Would I know since I, spent a lot of time in the library?
You can roll a history, but I will tell
Okay.
you a lot of the roll is going to be based on. There's a lot of speculation of how the Dark Forest came to be. A lot of people pretend to be scholars, and it doesn't work out well for them in the end.
Fair enough.
Is the older lady still by us, or
She's near you.
okay? I hearing Stroop ask us, Tayson would just kind of do the when you get a question from somebody and then you immediately look to the next person to see if they can answer it.
Dirty 20?
Dirty 20. So there's a bunch, and some of them actually have a lot of claim. One of the claims is when Deimos came, that Dark Forest was a splot that just ended up being there. There is a story of 2 guardians doing this and creating it. I guess the idea was to create a barrier from the elves. And this goes along if you believe in the story that the elves attacked the rest of the races. They were trying to block the elves in. And this accidental atrocity came to be. There are other ones that the elves did it themselves by forgetting some of their history. But you do know that those are the 3 prominent ones. There's a million others, and who's to say the lesser ones might be right, the popular ones might be right. Nobody really has known in the Librium.
Miranda tells Stroop this knowledge that she happens to know, but she does add the qualifier that there are many tales. The actual knowledge has been lost to time. There's no telling who actually made it.
I'm gonna kind of look at the moon elf that's been kind of with us a little bit and be like, well, since there are theories, but like in specific, do you happen to know who the magic guys, who they think it is? Like, they made those figures appear, so did any input from a local?
Are you asking if we know who those are?
Not if you know for certain, but like if you guys everybody has their own story, and if I just want to know, I want your input on this as well.
The god Dadel and I got the name in front of me on purpose. Where is it? It got mixed up. Oh, there it is. Hentrin Havenshi.
Those are the people that you guys believe made the Dark Forest?
They are the ones that made the Dark Forest.
And who are they?
Well, Avogad, right?
Oh, did you say Avogard?
Avogad. Well, I remember Avogad,
Whoop.
and then the other one. Don't. I wrote down some letters.
Avogad Denstra, the mage that saved the realm, was one of the people that created the Dark Forest. The other was Hentrin Havenshi, a guardian in waiting at the time.
Why would Avogad make the Dark Forest and then fight to say, oh, this is Interesting.
Could it have been unintentional?
Well, you kind of said it yourself. Like, there's people that possibly, like our friend here, that the Dark Forest was created to create a barrier between the elves and the rest of the races because it was thought that they attacked. So Avagard and this guardian in waiting, if that was their intent, they made it to make something between the elves and everybody else. And of course, it worked. But now we have it.
Led to the destruction of so many guardians.
It wasn't necessarily the Dark Forest that led to that. There were other forces there.
I mean, 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other. At a certain point, it sucks any way that you look at it. Where you just do what you can.
Catch-22.
Sure.
It's a catch-22. My question is, who were the figures at the end?
Which figures at the end?
The two women and the elf.
Our new queen, Navarra Missionel, and her queen regent, Valerie.
How have things been since the departure, passing? We just know Sancho's gone. We don't really know what happened. Just that he's gone.
In his youth, he was bloodlust with a good purpose, to bring peace to the world, but through subjugation. He became wiser the longer he has been here. The last I spoke to King Zango, he had made a decision to return to the realm of the gods.
Why? Did he give a reasoning?
Felt that he had done enough harm and that he wasn't going to be able to help anyone anymore. There's a group of elves here in the Adeshmir that believe that him and his brother Rashmala coming to the world opened the way for Deimos.
But aren't they demigods?
Depends on your interpretation of what gods are.
Born of mortal flesh as well as celestial?
But if the truths, the rumors of truth start to be true, then there is one mother god who gave birth to the 6 that we worship, yes? Or
Yes.
you said cleric of the 5 now, so I'm assuming that Deimos was removed from his pantheon on your side of the forest.
He was, however, I worship an extended pantheon.
Deimos served a purpose before that. Do not forget, if it wasn't for Deimos, the Titans would have destroyed all of humanity and anything. He subjugated them, placed them into the ground.
Every deity has their place. Destruction can bring rebirth.
And an eon can bring mental disorders.
Miranda raises a glass. Like, I fucking feel that.
Tayson
I
is
might
gonna,
be young compared to you, but feel that. Past
Tayson
what,
is
month?
gonna just start walking away to go grab food / be not in this conversation anymore.
Yeah. That's fine. You mill about and you see a few people here. One person other than this I would say short lady, but that's hard because we have Stroop. So,
Comparatively speaking, for her species, short.
is a bald moon elf that's walking around. He is wearing green crystalline armor, very similar to the one that you saw. Now you know Navara, who was with Xandro at the funeral. It's the similar, but there is no markings of the God Warrior on the armor, though it's identical in every way. He has a hilt that looks like it has different phases of the moon on it that he wears, and it has a chain around it, seemingly locking it to the scabbard. He'll walk up and just smile your way and be like, "Oh, you're the travelers that made it through the dark forest. The first."
I mean, made it through. I guess technically, we more stumbled and yeah, that's a hi. Yeah.
Started on one side, ended on the other.
Yeah.
Made it through.
Yep. Hey. Nice to meet you.
Congratulations.
Thanks. I don't know if impulse and lack of planning and luck and blind arrogance and being naive and luck again. I don't know if that deserves congratulations, but living is pretty cool. So yes, thank you.
Other people are stopped around you now, like listening, and then finally one of them says, "What was it like? Yeah, tell us of your adventures."
It sucks. It's bad. Real effective barrier that they made. Sorry about that. And then people moved into it, and they suck too. Real hard to sleep. Lots of buzzing. The dogs are mean. That's not great. And anytime that somebody's laughing there, it usually means that you're in danger. Which isn't great. Yeah, just not good. This side is much better. I like it here so far. But what about you all? What have you been doing?
Creating our community.
Yeah? How long have you been here?
Let's see. I believe the village was made before Xandro came into the world, so approximately 42,000 years. We can ask the historian.
The ballpark is good enough. With 42 versus 43, it's, when you're talking percentages, it's a drop in the bucket. Does anybody leave? Where do you? You're all just kind of here, and you're building this community that's been here for a long time, even in like elvish lifetimes. That's a lot of generations.
The bald man laughs. Yes, I retired from the God Warriors myself recently and returned back to the village.
Oh.
You're free to leave and go and do what you want in life, but
I didn't mean like captive. I'm sorry. I may have offended. I'm sorry.
you have it out.
Okay,
I
good.
love how, like, the one person that probably shouldn't be having this kind of conversation.
I love it. He says people find purpose and return here. What else is in life but to be in a community of people working towards a common goal?
So, man, I was just apologizing for my ignorance, and now I'm gonna just put it on display again. So, you have this community that's been around here for so long. I know Adishmira is further, north. It's further in, from where we came from, obviously. So, is it a couple or a lot of other communities like yours through here?
Is it other established, cities? Or, when you say you come and go as you please, like, where to? Like, I don't know anything on this side. I don't think hardly anybody from where I come from knows anything about this side.
You have different towns on your side,
Mm-hmm.
as you call it. Do they all do the exact same thing?
Oh, no, of course not.
Then it doesn't sound like we have much difference.
I guess I was really trying to awkwardly ask for if I could have some kind of map to know where things were over here, but also didn't want to just be like, hey, thanks for inviting me to your really nice dinner. Can you please give me blueprints of your house and everyone else's?
Draw you a crude map, but we don't have maps. The main road is very well marked and traveled.
Okay.
If you're trying to get to Adashmira Castle, you're not going to miss it if you follow the main road.
That's good. Okay.
There are other villages and cities and towns along the way. Some put their trust more in technology, others magics. Us, we look at more the simple things. The growing, doing things with our hands. There's very powerful magic uses. In fact, in my day, my oaths made me very strong to my god.
Sure.
But I wouldn't use that here to crush the grain or make the mill when I can easily turn the wheel like anybody else. It doesn't make me greater than or less than anybody else here.
I like that. Just working together. So it's just people working together, and that's the basis on how you would judge anybody. That's nice. That's comforting. You wouldn't happen to know anybody here that was heading towards the castle anytime soon, would you? I'm assuming that through here is going to be less dangerous than where we came from, but groups of people usually less dangerous than yeah.
I don't know of anybody traveling that way. I will ask around tonight.
Oh, that'd be really great. Thank you.
My pleasure.
I'm so sorry. You just retired, and I'm asking you to do stuff.
You're visiting a town. You're asking for a map. You haven't been there before. You have not crossed any lines, my friend.
I'm doing all of the touristy stuff. Ugh, I feel gross.
Did you bring a selfie stone with you? I hear they're super popular.
I didn't, but one of my friends has one, and that makes me uncomfortable.
If you make some straps and put it around your neck, it lets people know that you're the touristy type, and they will show you around more to the touristy stuff. We don't have.
Oh my god.
Oh, I would really kindly ask you to not mention that if you see me talking to people very often, because they will absolutely take that offer up and start doing that, and I really do not want to do that. I did want to got a road trip destination, and I want to get there, and then figure out the next thing. And I don't want to see the world's biggest bow. I don't want to do the touristy stuff. I just want to get there real bad.
There's a big ball of yarn with super proud. No, I'm just kidding.
I tried to avoid that.
It's the next town over.
Well, enjoy yourselves. Eat, be merry, speak. Nothing to hide. I'm glad that they finally allowed people to travel here. It would have been safer to do it by ship, which I'm sure many people will, coming to the bay soon enough.
Mm-hmm.
I guess your way was faster.
It was more immediate. I don't know if it was faster. Definitely not better. But it was another one of those. Hey, now that we're already on our way, a new exit opened up. But that's okay. That's a theme with us.
So, oh, look at this other form of transportation that you could have taken. Oh, oops. It's all right.
I believe I suggested that one.
Fine.
It's fine.
Enjoy yourselves. I'm going to go speak with friends I haven't talked to in a while.
Oh, yeah, no, bye.
Good day. And he goes off. Sits with a group of people. They greet him and they start eating and talking together. You all gather your food. Sit down. Wide variety of food to eat from. Some of it prepared by your very own Stroop waffle.
Stroop, 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 stroop.
As I'm
It's
looking.
like buffet. Is it buffet style or is it like family style? How is the food served?
It's like crawfish Louisiana style. It's poured out on a picnic table and people are grabbing what they want.
I like it. I like it. Stroop has never seen this before and is very intrigued and is trying to think about how to make this a breakfast thing. It's not going
Stroop,
well.
do you eat like a booster to get up to the table?
What?
Do you need assistance reaching things in the middle of the table?
No, I got it. And I just kind of like put my elbows in like reach. I got it. It's fine. It's fine. I come back with a plate just piled high of just elven food. This is the life.
Miranda grabs what seems to be the favorites of the locals to try that out and also kind of blend in a little bit better since, looks like an elf.
You look like Xandro looked. You have a wood elf look. People here are very purple.
Okay.
And
They're moon elves?
Yeah, they are moon elves. Very proper. Even the older lady is a very old moon elf, where her hair turned from purple to like almost black, but you can still see the purple in her hair.
Tay-san, who were you talking to over there?
That guy.
Oh.
I'll just point at him from a distance.
Oh,
Tay-san.
okay. Maybe we don't point at people.
Yes, I was about to say we don't point at people, Tay-san. It's rude.
Okay, sorry. Ask me again.
No, I'm good. What were you guys talking about?
Oh, just getting to Adishmira, the destination. Talking about how he's excited that area's been opened up and stuff, and people are gonna start being able to come through the bay and stuff, which is nice.
Like a good tourist attraction. Yeah.
Maybe not so much here, but he let me know that there is like some places around here, but it's not like here's a definitive like plot of map. But the main road is like it's good. So it is nice to know that we can follow that and maybe not disappear from each other's sight after 4 seconds. And I didn't ask about humming, buzzing, laughing. I didn't ask about any of the other stuff. But he didn't mention
that
it.
when we
so...
cross the border, that's dropped. I don't think that is immediately a problem.
It's one of those things where even if you know the answer 100%, sometimes hearing somebody else confirm it makes it feel like it's 200%. And I'm like 90% there, but it sure would be great to be higher.
Isan, I am very proud of you for having a good conversation with another being that exists in this world. I'm glad that went well for you. And
okay.
What are you eating?
Oh, ration. I didn't help.
Tay-san,
everybody
this
helps
is a
in some way.
feast.
No, I literally
look,
sat by a tree. I did not help. And
That sounds like supervising. I do it a lot.
I used my invoke duplicity, so there were technically 3 of us helping.
No.
It's a helping.
No, that sounds like you and you.
Hey, son, you got us here. You helped get us here, which is half the battle.
Yeah,
didn't
exactly.
That didn't help them. That helped us.
Tayson. Tayson, they invited us to the feast and have opened their homes to us. You have a right to get some
They just
food.
put everything on the table, and I didn't see any cups of anything, and I didn't. I can't scoop soup off a table if there's no soup holder. It's just stuff.
Stroop, did you happen to see any broth that they made?
No broth, but maybe some bread bowls, and I can. Here's some bread.
Normally,
It's close to broth.
but see, normally I flavor, my food to my liking and stuff with the. But then I was told that they don't really do the here, and I don't want to offend anybody by taking food that I didn't work for and then doing the thing that they don't like to do here. That's just,
Do they not like magic, or do they just not practice it very often?
I think that people are capable, but it's not their thing. It's very literally
They are
hands-on.
elves.
I mean, that you don't live here. You're just passing through. What do you care what these people think?
Hi, I'm Tayson.
Hey, son, what if I stood in front of you while you did it and held out my coat, and then nobody'll see you do it?
Don't be suspicious.
There
Don't
are
be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
there are like 4 different reasons why I don't think that's gonna work the way that you want it to. Both.
How about I go into a corner and use my dulcimer to distract, and you guys do the thing?
What thing? I'm very comfortable eating what I want to eat. I feel like
Fine, Tayson.
Fine.
Eat your rations and be sad. It's fine.
Oh man, she called you out.
I could eat my rations and be sad, or I could eat their food and be anxious and sad. I feel like this is fine.
Stroop is officially on the search for some sort of Xanax-like product to slip into Tayson's diet.
To slip into Tayson's ration?
No, I wouldn't slip it into your food, but I'd be like, hey, you should probably take this once a day.
Help that way that you usually do things, where it's like, no, I'm not going to try and drug you. Literally 4 seconds earlier. Can I find some drugs that I can slip into somebody's diet? The super not suspicious words that people use.
Hey, look, it's just new seasoning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, I would let you know.
Hannah came off this break with wrapped hands ready to go.
Listen,
Come on, Jason!
listen here, Tayson. We're gonna work on your diet. We're gonna get you some. We're gonna get you some vitamins, and that's gonna make it to where you're gonna feel better. It's gonna be great.
Hey, if you can't make the chemicals yourself, store-bought is fine.
That's fair.
Had to make sure that the guy that I'm seeing isn't watching, so he doesn't think that I slip drugs into his food.
So he doesn't find out. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
So yeah, you all enjoy your meal. You watch as things die down. They show you to an empty house. It had 3 cots in it. You were more welcome to use it. But most of the people go to bed pretty early here, probably because they wake up from what you've seen happening pretty early to start doing things around the village. A few people are up more watching the forest lines and what you would think just normal life in a village would be, that some people would be up at night to watch the edges of the forest.
Before going to bed, Miranda's gonna find a quiet space outside of their little cabin. Kind of
Easy enough. This village is widely spread for the few people that are here, so finding a small corner outside is not difficult.
Real quick, when you say for the few people here, can you give me a baseline population? Or is it 50 people? Is it
maybe a few hundred, but it was hard to tell.
Sure. Thank you.
Okay. So Miranda's actually going to find a Is there like a pond or a creek or anything nearby?
Sure. There is now.
Okay. All right, cool. So she's actually going to sit down at the little pond under a tree, like a weeping willow kind of thing.
Sure.
And she's going to draw out Xandros's symbols
Okay.
and sit down and meditate on him and try to
So
connect with him.
Roll me a religion check to try to remember, because Xandro's symbol would not be something in.
I love you, random citizen.
Yep.
Thank you for the follow there, Tea Time.
Oh,
That is an 18.
18. You remember basic, you think you got it right. You're sitting by this pond that's connected to a creek, because I'm going to give you both. And not a creek, it's a crick, because this is really like a small
Thank
town.
you.
And I got you. And you start concentrating on that symbol. Drew, what are you doing?
Figure out why you're calling it a crick. Stroop is.
It's a very southern thing to call it a crick.
Because there's a
I'm
difference
also
between
from the
a creek and a
Midwest.
crick.
It has 2 E's in it.
It's-
Creek. Anyway,
Move forward.
I agree, but
Move forward.
Stroop is reading the Guardian book. I'm pretty sure she's gotten through it at this point,
Oh,
but
yeah.
rereading, just
Yeah.
studying like it's the SATs.
Sure. Something about that name that she was telling you about.
Gress something.
I found. I got it here.
No, I was trying to remember too.
Hendren Havenstein. Sounds familiar. Really does. As you go into your book, you flip it through it. You go back to the name page, and if you look at what you see, there are only a few names left with the Guardians. It's on there, and it's in red.
Red? What does red mean again?
They were exiled out of the Guardians.
Oh. Stroop has an epiphany. Da-dum, da-dum, it's all coming together.
Is that Tayson's teacher?
Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Stroop is going to just remember that, and I'm hallucinating.
And hallucinate.
Sorry.
Stroop
I
will
thought there
remember
was-
that and start seeing shit.
I thought there was a cat in my room, and I don't have a cat. Gosh. Go to bed. I'm gonna go to bed. Yeah. Because I want to try and wake up early with everybody making breakfast tomorrow, so.
Okay. Tayson, what are you doing?
Tayson is going to... Tayson's going to try and, like, play it cool for maybe 15 minutes of being in this, this house that they've kind of offered up, and, still very high alert, still looking around, still, oh, these seem like nice people, but, I don't know, before just absolutely collapsing on a cot. It is the first actual bed outside of the one in his room that he slept on in a while.
And you guys used to do spring break, so you were used to animal forest sounds when you went on your little camping trips. And this is. There's not a lot different. The sounds might be a little different because the wildlife here might be a little different, but it is similar, very similar to that, which I think would bring a calm as well.
Yeah.
And you and Stroop go to sleep. I also would just say, I know Tayson would pull the ball out and put it next to the bed to make sure that it was in range.
Yep, I've already got my sheet flipped over and looking at teleport and transmutation.
You already used the transportation. The only thing that's left in that ball is the conjuration teleportation.
Oh, I wrote it down wrong.
as you
Excuse me.
concentrate, Miranda, near this pond, you're looking at this. You don't seem to find the connection. And I don't mean like, oh, Miranda could talk to every god, but you know, you've been trained as a cleric, and when you usually do this, there is some feeling of connection that you've been trained to. You don't feel that at all.
She, when she doesn't feel that, she adds the symbols of Zalrin underneath, and concentrates on Zalrin for answers.
Immediately, you feel, as you have, because the connection between you and Zolrin is quicker. That connection, Zolrin, you can feel the touch, especially now that he's told you that you're his champion. It's very quick. It's like you, before you even started, just thinking about linking, the connection was there.
She reaches out to Zalrin and goes, I think there's more to Xandros' disappearance than the elves realize. I need answers. If you could please, I ask your assistance. And then, because she's used to Zalrin coming to her in her dreams, she grasps her crystal and wipes away the symbols, stands up and goes into the cabin and washes up and then lays down for bed.
You see two very snory people in their beds. And of course they are. When was the last time you guys peacefully slept, that things weren't happening? And you all go to sleep. Hey, son. A beautiful forest, maybe near the base of mountains, maybe the south valleys of the God's Mountain. Hard to tell. A fresh, cool breeze blows through the beautiful greens of the morning. Birds fly from a nearby tree. And before you, seeming like you just walked around, you come to a small pond. Birds are swimming around and flying off and flying on it. Make me a wisdom save.
17 plus stuff. 4. 21.
You see a flash. The pond becomes blood. The sky turns red as it seems the sun just becomes a big ball of dripping blood. Then back to the pond. I am here now. You see a flash of the faceless being that you saw in the cave. Then the serene nature again around you.
Oh no!
I am comfortable here.
Nice. Well, that's good, I guess. How can I help you?
Fucking Tayson!
I help you because my master failed me.
You know, you never told me who that was before. And if you're gonna help me, I think we gotta start building some kind of, bridge of trust here.
Your kind call him Deimos.
He failed you.
You are stronger than his will.
No. He's trying to subjugate an entire world or destroy it, and I am bad at avoiding conversations I don't want to be in. So, I mean, I'm still in this conversation. I don't want to be in it anymore. So, so how are you helping me? I'm sorry. Do you just need to tag along?
Am here now.
Yeah, okay.
I still can't move his power through those that are strong enough to bend
I don't understand. But I know you're here. Thank you for letting me know. You kind of got a raw deal, so I don't mind for you to stay. But if you outstay your welcome, I'm gonna kick you out. Fair?
Deal is accepted.
Great.
Droop,
But at what cost?
you go to sleep. And in your dreams, you're walking around in the grand hall. You find an entrance to the side. You haven't seen it before, but it's there now. You walk down the hall, and you're in a hallway of books, of bookshelves, all around you. As you look, one catches your eye, obviously, Spices and Herbs of the Pelmore Wasteland. You turn and look around, and you see a desk at the end of the hall with papers and books all around. A few papers and books spread around on different areas around this now cave-like office. Mostly papers of forests and disease, some results of the tests that have been run on the Dark Forest. You are in the dream meeting office of the Guardian. And as this realization comes forth, an older blonde human knocks on the threshold, but doesn't walk in. Guardian Stroop, how are you?
No, I am having my first good night's sleep in a long time, but also I found this cool book, so, only doing great things tonight, apparently. Who are you?
As you turn and say this, you look up and the D-hooded figure is Henton Hoppinshe. But now you recognize him. This is High Mage Henton Hoppinshe of the Crystal Spire. And you know, because you've put it together, he's also known as the Teacher.
I figured we would have a business meeting pretty soon. Would have hoped for it to be a little later so I could process, but here we are. So I'm assuming you know that I know that you did some things?
Yes, I know that you know that we know that you know that I know. Some history, yes.
That's fair. That's fair. I have a lot of questions. A lot of questions.
Because I have a favor.
Oh, you have a favor that you need from me, or a favor to do for me?
A favor from you, if you will hear me out.
Okay, let me know what this favor is, and I'll decide if I agree to the terms and conditions.
You hear another familiar voice as an image appears. It's Cloud.
Oh.
And he looks not at you, but at Hendra. Gaia demands you tell the Guardian what you did. Everything, without deviation or exemption. He clears his throat. Well, straight to the point, I see we're going to be today. Fine. I was a young Guardian in waiting. My power was growing. My teacher and I headed to the area where the brown-capped rainforest, the Atlas Mirror, border, and the forest of Remedigan met. The incantation would have created a land border to stop any one lesser god from trying to interfere with the sovereignty of another nation. I wanted to stop the elves from again attempting their takeover. Xandro's lust for power could be felt rising in any magic user, again destroying the lands that I love, and my teacher was brilliant, especially for her age. I messed up the ritual. and created a rip in the veil. The veil that keeps the demons from entering this realm. And they came forth. The dark forest was the failure of myself. My teacher tried to correct it, and she stopped the tear from opening at a fast pace. Then she went off with the armies to fight against what I was trying to stop, another god trying to enforce their will into our plane, and never returned. I went to the Guardian. He came to saw what had happened, and we could not stop it. I was cast out for not taking care of the environment of Bengen first. And I have assisted anytime any garden has asked me to do so. I regret what I did to this beautiful land, but I will never apologize for stopping Xandro and in turn Deimos. I've spent years creating a handful of warriors to fight off the elven armies. Taysan is the greatest of this creation, but he is not the only one. And now the borders are safe. All I want to do again is fight off the gods and their brash and cocky behaviors. I want to make sure they never force their wills upon us again. I have sacrificed much to get here. I want it to count, even if it becomes my end. And he seems to look down.
So it sounds like you made a mistake. You tried to fix it, couldn't, and now you're still trying to repent for that mistake. But I'm still a little confused. You know, I'm not a history buff, obviously. But why did the world need protected from the elves? They seem so hospitable.
They seem hospitable now. What? I'm answering your
I thought there
question.
was more.
Under the leadership of Xandro, they tried to take the whole world, to make it theirs, to follow a leadership, to force and take away free will. That's what I fought against. I have sacrificed much to try to make up for what I have done. He pulls up his sleeve and you now see what's hiding underneath is decayed flesh. If you reinstate me, I can make the natural realm the most important thing. I'll use all my vast fortunes, resources, and power to make sure that not only I, but others never make the same mistakes I have again. And then he gets a weird grin. I know what people think, even what those in the shadows call me. I'm not evil. My ways may seem so to anyone who doesn't understand them. If you trust me, I will follow your leadership, and you will have a lich in your service. We're gonna switch to Miranda.
A fucking lich? Excuse me? I mean, that makes sense since he was, following a necromancer, but the fuck? Anyways.
You're in a heavy storm. Walking around, as you look down into one of the puddles, you see a reflection of your younger self. A well-dressed man in a hat and a cane walking with you. You know him. Harmon DeCanneth. One of the leaders of the house, Canneth and Eberron. He speaks.
Excuse me?
He speaks with... The houses will never and always are. If you can get away from this land, you should. But if you stay, the Kenneth family has a position for you. You have talent. You watch as the rain hits his hat and his clothing, but it just seems to roll off of him. You remember the words of the wisdom most people tell you Each house is evil, and they exploit people for power. Fear them. And it seems that even the rain has heeded these words.
I appreciate the offer, but I'm more of a, and she kind of smiles coyly at him. An agent of chaos. A free agent, if you will. I like to float around.
Good. If you ever return, and he reaches back, moves his coat away, and pulls out a familiar dagger that you have in your house. The metal mechanical bull on a shield, the ruby eyes, the symbol of Houth Canning, is on the hilt, and is the only thing that's extravagant about this simple dagger. You have a potential I have not seen in all my years. We'd love to have you aboard if you return. Just bring the dagger to me, and I will know your intent.
She, smiles as she takes the dagger and kind of, like, sleight of hands it into her cloak. Much appreciated. I'll keep that in mind.
He tips his hat and goes down a side alley. Disappears into the night as you are in the rain, traveling through the city again, remembering the words given to you from a being that claims to be a god. I am the traveler, and I have plans for you.
Okay!
Morning is approaching, Stroop. You left in awe of the teacher telling you that he's a lich.
It's dark right now. Did the business meeting end there?
There's no business meeting. It's just you and him talking in an office. He is not
It's a business
guardian
meeting.
in waiting.
But,
He is not a guardian in waiting.
Cloud's still there, right?
Yes.
Also, technically, because he's technically already dead, would he even be... Even if he hadn't been exiled, what's the technicalities here?
I mean, I would still do business with dead people.
No, I'm not saying, like, doing business with dead people. I'm talking about, like, how the magic of the Guardian stuff works.
Figure that out.
Because when a Guardian dies, or a Guardian in waiting dies, it goes on to the next person. So technically speaking, because he's a lich, he's already dead. Can he technically be reinstated because he's already dead?
It's technicalities. I'm gonna turn to Cloud, and I'm gonna say, hey, what he's saying, did the elves really... Did they... What do you know, like, about the history of... Were the elves really that bad? Did Xandro... The Xandro I know, for the little I knew of him, wasn't as... It just doesn't add up to me right now.
He has told you the truth.
Not everybody's truth is the same.
He looks back at him and says, he did not hold anything back.
Well, I turn back to the teacher and I say, I gotta think about it. I can't give you a decision right now. It's not a decision I'm gonna make today. I got some things I need to work out before I can tell you yes and no.
Understood. I did not think I would get an answer today. That's a lot of information.
Oh, good. Thank you. I appreciate that.
More than I was going to give you, and he smiles towards Cloud.
What? Sorry, I can't hear you.
He said more than I was going to give you, and then he smiled towards Cloud.
What's Cloud's response back to? Like, what does his face look like? Is it like, or is it like, eh?
He doesn't seem to even...
Stoic.
The comic did not seem to have any effect on him.
Well, there we go, Cloud, giving me everything I need to know. Super helpful. Really enjoy our conversations sometimes. Well, let's go ahead and call this adjourned for now. And I got breakfast to make, and people to see and stuff to do. But we'll circle back to this in the future.
Veteran turns, starts to walk off, and then stops and just turns and says, "If I may, off topic." And he looks disappointed, like it hurts. Whatever he's about to say is painful to say, and he just says, "What is a dark forest like?"
It's everything that you could ever have nightmares about. And then more. It's awful.
I don't say this very often. And then he looks straight at you. "I'm sorry." And he turns around and walks away.
I sit straight up in bed. And hope and wish and pray that the spice book is in my hands. No. I look down to see if it's there.
It's not if you wake up.
Dang, okay, I guess I have to read that in my dreams.
You notice everybody's starting to stir. Like, you could tell from the window, like, it's just starting to break dawn.
I'm gonna sneak out into the kitchen.
Okay. And you see people getting ready to start preparing meals.
I would like to make some waffles for everybody this morning, if that's okay. Are we doing the big breakfast buffet thing again? Or is it just for the individual houses at this point?
It's similar. It's more
Okay.
boxes to take to work and eat.
Makes sense. I would like, I'm gonna make some waffles and then some special egg broth for my friend Tayson, because he really likes that.
What's a waffle? We're going to end it right there while Stroop is telling him what a waffle is. Tayson and Miranda, you wake up and Stroop is not there.
I know she was really excited about, getting back in the kitchen. She's like stretching. Fuck. Why did I dream about that? How was her sleep, Tayson?
Oh, Tayson's packing his, like, 2 things that he would ever unpack from his bag and just getting ready to go sit out in the front porch. You know, kid waiting to be picked up for school, aka waiting for Stroop to come back so you guys can all get up and ready to go again. Oh, I slept fine. Made a colleague, I think.
A colleague?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Come back to me later on it.
Expound?
Huh?
Expound?
No. I have nothing to expand on. I don't have enough detail yet. Could be dream, could be something. Even if it is something, I wouldn't know that it's something or what that something is. So this is more of the like, hey, heads up for a future heads up or not.
Well, I'm gonna go to the pond and creek and do some morning Tai Chi. Would you like to join me?
Absolutely not, thank you.
Miranda does her Tai Chi. Tayson sits and waits for the bus. And she goes to teach people about what a waffle is. We're going to take a small break.
Yeah. Everybody get your water, get your bathroom breaks in, all that good stuff. If you're us, there's a good chance that I recommend that you nom as fast as you could possibly nom. But thanks for coming back and seeing us. This has been very fun to come back. I'm very excited. But
We've missed you guys.
We'll be right back in just a bit, everybody. Take care. Burp. Oh, hello. Oh, hi. We came back, and there's more of you. Oh my gosh.
There's a what?
Armchair
Welcome,
General.
Raiders.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Raiders.
Thank
How are
you.
you? Welcome to Bros and Dragons, Season 3, Episode 14? 14. 14?
It is 14.
14.
It is 14.
Oh, I'm sorry, 64.
No, Season 3, Episode.
Season 3, Episode
specified.
14.
But,
Okay.
what's up?
If you're listening to it on podcast, it'll be season 3, episode 64.
Mm-hmm. You know what? I think I'm just going to edit all of this out, and then I'm going to start when Doc starts giving us an opening introduction right here.
You guys are all awake. Tayson is waiting like he's waiting for a bus. Miranda went down to the pond to pray. Group is in the kitchen teaching.
I am not praying. I am doing Tai Chi for self-reflection and meditation. Thank you.
Yeah, everybody prays different. And then, Stroop is doing her praying by teaching people about waffles because she was in shock. They knew nothing of waffles.
It was just awful. It was awful to learn that they have been deprived of waffles for so long. I'm just glad I'm here to save them now.
It was awful for the waffle. Got it.
The apple waffle drought. Long live the Waffle Hut.
Long live the Waffle Hut.
Breakfast is done. People go upon their ways. Are you going to stay here another day?
Aquatic just said, is it just me or did Doc get really quiet during break?
I'm taking care of it. It's fine.
Okay.
We're good.
I thought it might have been something on Doc's end.
No.
That's why I said something.
It's all good. Oh, even if it is, we're set.
Okay.
Yay.
I'm gonna grab some breakfast doggy bags and a little to-go cup filled with egg broth for Tayson. And find my friends. Bring them breakfast. I don't have a bag for myself. I just carry a waffle in my mouth as I walk and find them.
That tracks.
Did you do it like a lime so it looks like you're smiling with a waffle in your teeth?
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Okay. You guys
Also
are
tracks.
ready to go as you get your doggy bag and face waffle and egg broth soup, I think is what we ended up calling it. Okay.
It's just egg drop soup.
Broth. Tayson needs broth. He's made that very clear, and I respect his wishes.
It's very canon.
Here, I brought you guys some breakfast. What's the game plan for the day?
We're gonna take the main road towards Adashmira Castle. You know, 'cause that demon apocalypse, Deimos being freed, and political fallout, all kind of in their own tiers of imminent / possible.
Sounds like good. Sounds like a good plan. Fair. Let's.
Yeah.
Do you want to hit the road now? Do we need to do anything first?
Sounds great. Let's go.
All right.
Let's head out. As Stroop is doing her Stroop shovel, Miranda strikes up a conversation. So, at this point, I kind of feel like we should probably, I don't know, review notes about our dreams, since they seem to be telling us a lot.
Oh, no thank you.
Stroop, can you tell me anything?
You know, I'm usually pretty forthcoming with these dreams, but I have some people I need to talk to first before I really make some big decisions.
Mm-hmm.
But but I can let you know that I had a business meeting last night, and it was nice, informative, but also brought up a lot more questions.
Isn't the company kind of lacking employees right now? Who did you have a meeting? Did you like just practice in front of a like?
It's the Guardians in waiting for the Guardians in waiting for the Guardians in waiting?
I mean, there are more guardians in waiting, guys. It's not like they're all gone. You didn't kill them all. And 1,000-yard stare. But yeah, I did it. It was a couple of us, but that's okay. You know, you got to start somewhere. Yeah, just kind of learning about the history of the world and making some big business decisions and.
Sure.
Yeah, I got some questions for the people we're seeing. So.
Okay.
For the first time in 75 years, ish, I dreamt about home.
Oh.
Specifically about Doc, say the fucker's name again.
No, that's his new name. We just have to say it faster.
The fucker.
Doc, say the fucker's name.
Yeah, that's his whole name right there. It's Harmon Decannon.
I dreamt about a man I met in Eberron named Harmon Decan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure why exactly. However, I did reach out to Zarin, and that's what popped up. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that is the answer to what I'm thinking, what I attempted to do, but I get a sneaking suspicion that all of our dreams tonight were poignant for one reason or another. Since you two seem to be rather
okay, let's unpack.
apt to hold on to things until you have time to process.
Let's unpack all of what just got said. You don't think it's weirder that you've been here as long as you have and you haven't dreamt about home in that time?
The traveler sent me here for a reason.
Sure.
And I am now the chosen of Zarin, so that is my fate. I accept that. Have for quite some time.
I'm trying to wrap my head around it. It's something it's something that's part of you, and you have thought about it, and you've mentioned it to us.
But I haven't dreamt about it in quite some time.
I know. I don't know.
It's different about thinking about it while you're conscious and dreaming about it and remembering it.
I get that. The thinking about it and making it why. See, like, for me, I think that if you can think about something, and you are thinking about something, that makes it more likely to show up. The idea that you can just completely separate it and that not think about it when you're not thinking is just...
Okay, but here's the thing, Tayson. I don't always remember my dreams, but the ones I do remember tend to be important. Not always, but the vast majority of the time.
No, that wasn't me disputing you. That was me kind of disputing the concept in general. Like, sometimes it's just the thing that your body does to pass the time before you're waking up again. Like,
I'm not saying I don't dream.
Sure.
I just don't remember them when I wake up.
I know, but then when you're like, oh, you guys are holding on to, what happened with you to unpack it. I have nothing to unpack yet. It's not baggage. It's just it happened. It's there. I'm okay with it. If it becomes
I did
baggage,
not
well, then
see-
maybe I'll check the tag and see if it's mine or if it's somebody else's or
I
whatever. But for now,
did not suggest it was baggage. There's a highly implied question mark there for those who are not watching a stream.
you called it what was it? No, it just said that most of the time when we dream, it's important.
No, I said most of the time when I remember the dream, it's important.
No,
However,
before that or
the fact that you two are apt to hide what it is that you dreamt about and have given me language that suggests that you need to process it and actually think about something makes me think that you two had something important happen.
Oh, I definitely had something important happening, but I
See?
cannot.
Again, processing takes time.
Yeah. And we know Tayson, he's just a little, you know.
He'll get back to us. He always does.
yeah, he will.
It just sometimes takes 7 to 10 business days.
You know, I take his forearm. I take Tayson's forearm. In time. You just whenever you're ready. How was that broth this morning? Did it taste good?
Still slurping it.
It's delicious.
I'm nursing it. Here's the thing. I like it. I like it hot, but I also kind of like it when it's like room temperature, and I also kind of like it cold. So usually when you give it to me, I just kind of take it and then I'll eat it throughout the day, and then I'm good.
You know, that's actually a very good compliment to any chef. Is like, yeah, your food is good hot.
Great leftovers.
But leftovers are so important. So important.
Okay, this is very random, but now I want cold avocado soup.
Cold avocado soup?
Focus.
You made me hungry.
Hey, Tayson, did they tell you how far it is to where we're going?
I have a crude map, and also an idea based off of how long we were told it was going to take if we got through the dark forest to get here originally when we set out, which was 13 real life weeks ago. In actual
Game time.
Let me do some game time stuff for you, okay?
Thank you.
1, 2, 3. 4 weeks ago was Martin's funeral.
No, I'm talking about for our game, not in the actual world. 13
IRL.
weeks ago, we went to the Dark Forest. I know when we were told, if you get through the Dark Forest, it'll be about this many weeks to get at Ashmira. But again, near a quarter
Sorry
of
for
a
the
year.
confusion.
No, I am the creator of said confusion. Do not apologize. So, hey, let me try this a different way. Hey, Doc, about how long will it take us to get to Adashmira if we take this main road?
2 to 3 weeks.
There we go.
Ah.
A couple weeks.
IRL time?
For a while.
Sorry, what?
Is it IRL time?
No. God,
Okay.
it'll probably be 3 years with how you guys.
Love
wanna
you,
go-
you're number one, Doc!
We're gonna go back to Remedigan Castle real quick, regroup, and figure out something else. Or...
I'm not gonna lie, that'd be fast. I'm fine with it. Let's go. Holy. Okay, so Doc.
Yeah.
Would it be faster for us to literally go back to Remedigan Castle and then take a boat?
ship?
Okay, thank God. I outright would have cried.
You'd have to go to Griffin's Port,
Okay.
directly, and you could, because it's on your map.
Mm-hmm.
And then you would have to take a ship, and that would take at least a month just to ship over, and then it's still about a week or two travel.
Appreciate it. Thank you for not giving me an aneurysm.
Right, so we're gonna be on the road a long time, huh?
Yeah, but much nicer trees than the last set of trees.
You're right. These are much nicer trees.
Do you? I'm not trying to bring up any bad vibes or anything. Do you want to try and talk to these trees?
You know, I'm not quite ready.
Okay.
I'm not quite ready. I talked to some nice grass earlier.
Mhm.
That came out weird. I did though. I talked to some nice grass. After that. So I think I'm okay. But that is a good thing to maybe try and do. Maybe tonight. I might,
Sure.
just see how they're doing.
Maybe start one step up, like a flower.
Flowers are nice.
Might be
I- you know.
conceited, though.
What? A little. Yeah. I mean, it depends on what kind of flower. We won't get into that, but there are
Maybe
certain
start
flowers.
with like a what's it called, a dandelion.
Those are technically weeds, but
It's
yeah.
still a type of flower.
Yeah, you're right.
Everything has its purpose. Dandelion is actually good for blood pressure.
Huh.
And for anemia, if I remember correctly.
Tayson
Do I
picks
see
up a
any?
dandelion
Do I see any
and eats
dandelions?
See what happens when you break the fourth wall?
Mhm.
No, look what happens.
You can also turn it into salad, if I remember right. So you actually might think about the dandelions differently for food. True.
I mean, everything's salad.
Not everything.
Everything's salad.
Tayson. Tayson.
What is a salad
It's-
except for just a drier soup?
I'm leaving.
Stroop's
We-
pace
we need
quickens
to-
and gets 5 feet ahead of
I'm-
us.
I'm
Miranda
quitting
kind of just
podcast.
turns to Tayson and goes, Tayson,
Huh?
we really need to work on your knowledge of the finery of cuisine.
Hold on. You all keep talking about the everything is soup bullshit to me. Then you give me shit for only wanting to eat soup. And then I say that salad is basically the same thing as soup. It's just not as wet. And now I'm the person who needs to be talked. No, you can't generalize to me and then when I make a near generalization tell me, no, now we have to have... No, this is my opinion. It's how I feel. 2 to 3 weeks. Okay. I miss
2 to 3 weeks, and I'm not talking to any of you.
I miss the buzzing. I honestly, just right now, just this one moment, and it'll be gone again soon. I miss the buzzing.
Like someone. Never mind.
You travel with your crazy conversations. Dandelion is a terrible salad in real life. It makes a good bread. I just want to point that out.
Mhm.
You travel throughout the day. Nothing remarkable happens. You pass a few signs that are written in Elven, not Sylvan. And so, one big sign that everybody sees, and if Tayson pointed out once, you'd recognize it again, considering Adas Mira is an Elven word, an Elven phrase. So Adas Mira, and then whatever the word is for castle, is a big arrow pointed to the road. And when they said that it's traveled heavily, it really is. People seem to travel this road. Different little communities within that you go back and forth to, and you're seeing these little communities as you go. You'll hit certain crossroad areas, and they're very well marked, pointing to different towns. Not this day of travel, nothing out of the ordinary, but what's ordinary here is not ordinary to anybody here.
Culture shock.
Even forest shock, to put it the best. This is not trees. This is not nature. Even the rainforest and Remedigan forest have a very similar atmosphere, though they are two different you know what I mean?
Biospheres.
Right.
Biomes. That's the word I'm looking for.
This is forest meets magic, and it seems to be intertwined into
Yes.
nature itself.
Okay. I'll be back, guys.
Well, I just want to really admire the canopy, and if anybody that if we happen to be in pace with anyone, kind of just talk to anybody that we see on the road about, local delicacies and if there's any edible plants, things like that.
This is why I was talking about the goddamn selfie rock not being on the neck.
Even talking, well, people find a way to come talk to you. You are very out of place here. Where Remedigan and even the rainforest is a mixture of different races and species and people. You are the only difference that you've seen this entire walk. And people come out of their way to talk to a halfling and a wood elf, because that's even the only wood elf anybody knew was Xandro. It's a little bit of a shock in that everybody is a moon elf here.
Just to cover my bases, do I get the sense that anybody wants to kidnap me or do anything nefarious to me in any way?
No, because
Okay.
the questions seem to always be similar. Like,
Okay.
the first question is, where are you from? The minute, if you were telling people you're coming through the Dark Forest, everybody has 100,000 questions about the Dark Forest. You get the idea that most people are told to avoid it, that the Hashnal, the guardians of Adashmira, their job is to protect the people you met when you came over the border. That's what they do, is fight back whatever seems to come from the Dark Forest.
Okay. Cool.
You're
I just
not
wanted to make
seeing-
sure.
You're not seeing trails. When you came out of that, it didn't look like a mass transit of demons. Like, so I guess you would have your own questions, and people would tell you that they haven't seen demons this far north, and you're not that far north. They make it sound like the Hashendal take care of it at the border, that nobody ever sees it. It's one of those, everybody knows that they sacrifice a lot at that border, but everybody, one, appreciates them, two, is in reverence to anybody who takes that as their calling, but three, lives the best life to whatever their sacrifices to make it have meaning. But as you go, you do notice, like, you passed one community where you could feel it. They use a lot of magic in that society over there, and if you were to even just take a half a day to go that way and take a look, you would see that, yes, they invoke more magic and hands-on. It's kind of combination. There's other places, just like the village you came from, where people are working with their hands. There are other places that seem to be, and as you pass people, you'll notice some people in different kinds of clothing are coming with different books. Like, studying is more important. Where, if you remember that first area, there wasn't anybody reading books there. It was just a lot of how to live. And there are differences here, but the differences are an undertow of the overlooking of a solid race population. That everybody is the same. Though they are unique and they're individuals, obviously, it's kind of off-putting from what you know in Remedigan, where everybody, tieflings, gnomes, minotaurs, orc, everybody's living together.
Unique, but an overarching theme of something I have not seen very much of. So new and exciting, and with a bunch of little stuff salt and peppered in. Okay.
And
I'm
you do
very
not-
interested in these people.
To answer the first question, nobody's giving you the vibe of, I want to kidnap the halfling. They're
Okay.
giving you the vibe of, they really are interested because you're different. Your clothing doesn't even match the style. And people are very, and it's the same questions. Like, I don't know if you're getting annoyed by the exact same questions when they find out. Did you even stop telling people you came through the Dark Forest because of all the questions that get flooded? I'll leave that up to you guys.
What about Mirinda, since she looks like a wood elf?
Again, the only wood elf anybody's ever seen is Xandro.
Oh. I did not realize that.
Tayson, how you feeling? How you feeling with all this? It's a lot of people, and like we've never been here, but you're like important here, kinda.
Oh, be back.
I haven't. No, I'm not. I am.
You are.
I am no weirder here than home. What are you talking about?
Weren't you called here? 'Cause you're special.
I don't think that they put a feeler out to everybody in this country. I don't think they were like, hey, by the way, we're having a really important dinner guest who may or may not be somewhat related to Xandro or whatever. So if you see him, you know, don't kill him. Like,
Don't kill him.
that would be great if they did put that vibe out there, though, because that would mean everybody we've talked to who've been pretty nice. It would mean it's very unlikely that I was gonna go and get, you know, stabbed.
Yeah, I guess more. Are you excited to get to where we're going?
Oh no,
No.
no.
Why not?
They didn't ask. They demanded that I return. And here's the thing. There's a whole bunch of different ways why you can ask somebody to do something. There's a lot of different motivations behind it. When you're talking about telling someone they have to do something, it's either because you think that you're right. Sorry. It's because you know you're right. Or you know that they're wrong. So I'm not thrilled to be here under that context, because either they think I have to be here, or they think it's wrong for me to be somewhere else. And both of those are kind of scary.
I hadn't thought of it that way. That's interesting. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I don't worry. Like, this isn't new. Nothing personal, but you kind of belong everywhere. That's just kind of your personality. If you're not supposed to be there, you make it to where you're supposed to be there, because they just, hi, I'm Stroop, and here I am. So let's go, move on. And you know, my whole being felt weird before, and then I got told that I was like planned more than, you know, just existed. And now I'm being told that I have to do this or that, or I can't do this or that, or I'm responsible for this or that based on existing weird. So I'm not going to say par for the course, but it's different, same for me. So don't apologize. It's okay.
I mean, I'm not apologizing.
Empathizing. Sorry, empathizing. Yeah.
But yeah, I can't imagine what you're going through. And but I appreciate you taking the time to kind of explain your feelings.
Oh, sure.
It helps me understand a lot.
No, like we talked about before, once a week.
Once a week.
Once a week. Explain how I feel, and then I'm good.
And always while Miranda's gone.
Yep.
Going to the bathroom.
As she comes out of the forest and going to the bathroom.
She asks good follow-up questions, and it scares me each time. I'm like, okay, this is what I'll say, and now I'm good, and that's a good stamp. And then there's a follow-up question, and I'm like, oh, I wasn't ready for that one. So yeah.
Miranda's players may be too insightful for her own good sometimes.
You guys do a day's worth of travel, and you are setting up as these conversations commence. Anything you want to do before bed?
Considering I don't know what happened while I was gone, Miranda's probably just gonna lay the flag down.
Hey, Stroop. You're all, like, Gaia CEO and all that good stuff. Could you tame a bird?
Great question, Tayson.
Like, if
I have to look at the character sheet.
Like, if I wanted to send, like, a letter home that said that we're not dead and we made it through the Dark Forest and part of it's okay. And frankly, if I wanted to send any pertinent information from the last, I don't know, the only way that I can do it is by leaving and then basically pressing, like pressing reset on all of the stuff that we have done to try and get back. So, I don't know. If I mean, it's just sleep on it. Like we're not doing anything tonight. I'll tell you what, I will write a note tonight and then I'll pass it around if either of you want to add anything.
Sounds like great. That sounds good.
So I love that this conversation's happening because as you set up, and I have it in my notes, and this is hilarious, a raven flies down into your camp holding a small packet wrapped in brown. Did Mike just give up?
I don't know.
Tayson has to go to the bathroom every episode, so maybe...
Yeah.
It's true. It's true. Has Tayson had his potty break yet?
But the raven just sits there, caws, and looking at you. There is a package in front of him.
Does it appear to be specifically for Tayson?
It is marked with Tayson's name.
Okay.
Stroop, can
You might want to get that.
Stroop, can you understand this bird? Is it mocking me?
No.
Okay.
No, I can't understand it. It may be mocking you.
Okay. Fair enough. I appreciate the clarity.
Sorry, let me do that in character. No, Tayson, I cannot understand the bird, but it may be mocking you. Unclear.
Okay.
Do you want me to go check?
No, it's okay. Thank you. And Tayson will try and take the package from this messenger raven.
I swear, if one of those spells is not speak with animals from Tayson's dreams, I will now be sorely disappointed.
That's fine. It's great. Don't worry about it.
You open up the package, and there's a box. The wax seal on the string is that of the queen.
Score.
Crack it open and open the box, and there are 3 different colors of inks, or waxes, and a seal. And if you pull it up, the seal that I sent to you is now an official seal. The letter in the inside is very quick. Sorry I couldn't get this done before you left. The raven will wait for an answer if you want to send something home. I love you and miss you. But it isn't signed.
So, do we wanna... Oh man, okay, we have to fill everything in. I'm gonna write this down, but I'm gonna say it out loud, so I'm gonna kind of like reverse stenographer it, so if you all want to add stuff, then I'll say it out loud and I'll add it as I'm writing. Made it through the dark forest, onto the other side. People are nice. Guardians captured didn't make it. New Guardian is adjusting to roll. I don't want to say that the Guardian is traveling with us, because
yeah, just in case.
I mean, yeah.
But I mean, say new guardian has been assigned.
All right.
Or
Yeah, assigned and adjusting to roll. Yeah, okay. It's scribble, scroll. Shoo, shoo, shoo. Okay, great.
Here, yeah.
Couple weeks out from destination. Hope things are okay.
Can you tell them to send a letter to my parents and let them know I'm still alive?
Please inform those scratch. Please inform to those it may concern. All of us are fine. The ward. Help me out. It's been a while. The ward is here. And we're aware of that, correct? Based off the conversation that we had when we first got first out of the Dark Forest?
Yeah, that the ward was traveling and that it was more dangerous to go more north, or in the map of Adashmira, it would be the western portion, the mountains in the west.
Okay. Here the ward is around. See if we can find out more. Stay safe. ... looking for input from his friends. All good? Did you hit everything? Oh.
So.
Part of Dark Forest, not sucky anymore.
I guess maybe update the temple that I'm alive.
Got that covered on the to whom it may concerns. Okay. I don't
Miranda's kind of just like realizing she doesn't really have family. Like the temple was like where she resided, but like her family is really Stroop and Tayson.
And before that, Martin.
Yep. And so she's kind of just like, oh shit, I've got to protect this at all costs.
Yeah. Okay. I think. Okay, love you. Bye. With like 6 E's. And I don't sign it either.
You fold it over, tie the string like Martin told you to when using wax seals.
Mm-hmm.
You use your new seal.
Yeah.
You place a little bit on there, and you see this now. All of you could see it when the seal is complete. This.
You said there was like 3 different colors, right?
Yeah.
So I've Martin's told me how to do this, but I don't think I've ever actually done it on my own.
Okay.
So I think what happens is I like start on the first one, and then I make like a little bit of a mess of it.
Okay.
So then I'm like, oh no, and I put that one down and like actually into the dirt. Like, no, stop. Oh, okay. And then I grab another one.
Okay.
And then I do it again. And
are these like stickers or like a wax seal for my?
Just wax blocks for a wax seal. You just watched Tayson put one of them that was melting into the stamp.
Right. But
Miranda literally
I'm doing
just
this.
like face palms
Yeah.
and gently puts her hand out. Tayson.
No, I got it. I gotta figure out the make a thing. Gotta you. But I'm going to screw up to the point where I'm going to have like instead of one color, it's going to be this weird like bleedy like blob of 2 different colors, and then stamp that.
It looks perfect to Stroop. Stroop is like, yes, this is how this is supposed to be done.
Miranda's
I've
like,
never seen anything like this.
Miranda's like, you know, it came with a metal spoon for a reason, right?
I don't see. Where's the spoon?
It's a great utensil.
She literally pulls it. She like picks up the spoon.
Oh, hey, okay.
You take. Tayson.
I didn't see the spoon.
I will show you later. I
And
will
as
show
you
you
say this,
later.
though, you look down at what Tayson's done, and the colors seem to have moved, and it looks like the rising sun with a purple and blue Daden and Ashtira with a
Oh,
green.
look. You have a magic seal, and never mind. She made it so that you could not mess it up.
Mike knows what he's doing.
And as soon as you're done with it, you hold it up. The raven just takes it and flies off.
Caw.
That's sufficient.
Hey, Stru. Don't worry about the thing.
Okay.
Cool.
Miranda's kind of just looking back and forth between the two of them. The thing?
I was asking her to try and tame a bird, but now not as necessary.
I don't think I could tame a bird, but I could talk to the trees, and I was just gonna have them pass from tree to tree to tree, and hopefully maybe it would get there.
Oh my
It
god,
was
that's
not
a
gonna be
terrible
efficient.
telephone.
Teletree?
Oh my god.
Well, I mean, like they would have a paper that they pass from branch to branch.
No, you don't want trees to pass
That doesn't
paper. That's
make
literally
it any-
that's like ripping
Is
off
that
the skin.
considered cannibalism?
No, because
I mean,
they're
they're
not
not
eating.
eating it.
It is definitely self-mutilation, though.
Here's a piece of your skin. Can you pass it around?
That's
What if
that's.
it's made from bamboo or papyrus? Or skin?
I mean, that's gonna be really up to wherever tree we ask first that says yes, I guess.
I'm glad we did not have to do that because I was not prepared to have that
This-
conversation.
This was better, so
Yes.
cool.
But you do have a seal kit with your seal now.
Yay. I will write this down. It will be my third item in my inventory.
You only have 3 items. Oh my god.
This would have been the day I dropped it off.
I am very concerned. Tayson does not have more than this inventory.
Jason has an explorer's kit. He has a cloak. And he has a surge ball.
Speaking of which, Tayson, do you still have that picture that you got?
Okay, so see, there's the difference there. That's just like a player difference then, because you write Explorer's Kit. I literally have out what all is in the kit.
Rations,
still have-
rope, tinderbox,
You-
etc. Yeah.
You just asked if you still had that picture.
Yeah, that photograph of when you were in school.
Oh no.
You don't have that?
No, I left that back at the castle. I left that back in my room.
Oh, okay. There goes that.
Why? What's up?
There was
Wait.
just someone I wanted to check on.
I mean, I remember it. Oh.
Well, I would have to see it again to see if it's the same person.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Wait.
the picture itself, Tace, if you were even asked Tace on, the teacher never showed his face.
Ooh, what is the name?
Oh.
True.
What?
What you're trying to find out.
It was that guy that they said, my notes are illegible. It starts with an H.
Harmon?
Habla habla hashra.
No.
Let's.
She's
No.
talking about Hentrin Havenshi.
Hentrin
never mind.
haben shabber.
Okay, do me a favor. If we could possibly get this recorded correctly for prosperity, as opposed to Stroop, who it is that you're referring to? I Henry Hadrid Shop Jumper Sharper.
Group,
Hentrin.
in our chat, I just put it in there.
Okay. Hold on. Let me see if I can try it. Hentrin haben sha. No?
All right.
It's, hold on. Opening my phone is hard.
That's what she said. Okay, sorry.
Ayo.
Where did you put this?
There's a Stroop private chat.
It's in the
You know.
Discord.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, ask me again. Ask me again. Yeah, it was that guy that we saw in the magic retelling, Hentrin Havenshire. He was part of my business meeting last night, and he
Okay.
just reminded me of the possibility of someone that was in Tayson's photo from when he was in school. We have a weird circular thing going. I don't know.
What did
I just
he
wanted
look
to check.
like?
Uh,
And
clo-
also, Doc, point of clarification. What does Harmon look like?
Armin is black hair, very good kept, but it's full beard, but it's short beard all the time. Impeccable clothing, top hat, cane, always with a symbol of the shield and bull on his lapel. Hentrin
Cloaked
is about 5'11", blonde, green eyes, blended
Yeah.
into a crowd if he wanted to. Mostly shaved face.
Step on.
What color eyes?
Green.
For both of them?
Oh no, Hentrin is brown eye. I'm sorry, Harmon is brown eye.
Brown-eyed girl.
The whole Kenneth family is brown hair, brown eye.
Okay.
But yeah, this cloaked guy kind of looked like someone that Tayson may know, but I just, I can't confirm anything yet, so I just wanted to see if he had that photo, but he doesn't, so
Sorry.
it's okay. You can't hold on to every picture that we get, otherwise we just have a million with this selfie stone.
I literally
That's
only
true.
have the one picture, which is why I didn't want to keep it, because demons.
Well, I mean, we got pictures from our spring breaks. Stroop, did you print any of those out?
Oh yeah, they're hanging in our room in the castle.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Never
see?
mind. Is there a way for us to print
Walking.
them on the go?
You guys are camping, actually. This is
Oh, that's right. Sleepy time.
Oh, we're just leaving.
I forgot. I was going to write a note, and then a note came to me. All right.
And I counted out this was the day. That's what cracks me up. This
Yeah.
is the day it was supposed to be delivered.
I wasn't going to send anything from the forest, and I wasn't going to try and
No,
yes,
it's
good.
just funny to me. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
no,
Good timing.
it is what it is. Hey, Stroop, can you come up with a Deus Machina for us? Oh, never mind. Here it is. Caw. Okay. That, I guess, watches, all that good stuff. Cool.
Usual watch order.
Sure.
So, Tayson, Miranda, Stroop.
Good to
Okay,
me.
so-
I'm gonna read my book a little.
Yeah, restudy your book, even though now you know everything.
Can never be too smart.
That's true.
Listen, after you gotta figure out, oh, they were foreshadowing here.
You also have to remember that there's like 6 or 7 other names besides that one. Actual guardians.
No more. 0 names.
No, there really are. There
No,
are
Doc, I've read the
guardians.
book 3 times.
If
Okay.
there's no more of the guardians that I sent you, this world would be destroyed soon, so don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Miranda's
There
gonna
are.
do her-
It's a very short list of what I'm trying to say. Those 7 names I sent you, and then the 1 red name. So, Tayson. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Miranda's doing something before bed.
Miranda was going to do prayers to Zalrin.
Tayson, give me one of those nice, cushy perception checks.
A percentage die?
No, perception.
Perception.
Oh, perception. That's less scary. It's like, wait, why? 22.
What'd I do?
22.
Oh, 22.
Yeah.
Nice. Nothing seems to happen. There's a weird noise in the
12.
sky.
12. I'm sorry. 12.
Then nothing happens.
Cool.
Oh, I mean, it's just very peaceful. You see things coming. The forest seems open. The moons are starting. It's a little darker than it has been from the night before, and you just notice that like Ashtira and Dayton are both waning, and they're getting to an end. In about a week, it's going to be pitch black.
The 6 and the 16 are very close to each other. I
That's cool.
apologize.
Don't worry about
Miranda.
Yeah.
Go.
Yes.
Go roll a die and see if anything weird happens.
Okay. That's plus 5. 22.
You sure it's 22?
That's a 17 plus 5.
Because I heard 22 last time.
That was a lie, though.
Very peaceful. Normal forest, noises. And then for you, there seems to be a noise ahead, overhead. It seems to go over, if I'm following this right. You didn't see it, a shape that was there and then gone. Very low hum of a magical noise, no flapping of wings, whatever it was is not. You don't think is animal, but it passes you, and it's going north to south. Outside of that, nothing else happens when you're watching.
Miranda wakes up. Stroop, darling. It's your turn
what's
for
up?
a watch.
Yeah. I'll take watch.
Yeah, real quick. Be on the lookout. I saw, but I didn't see something.
But that's not very helpful.
Okay.
What do you mean?
I'm not exactly sure what I saw. There was a shape. There was a magical hum. It was going from north to south.
Okay.
Be on the lookout, just in case.
I will look for that. I will look in the sky.
Miranda
Guess
lays
I missed.
down.
Let's go back to bed. Stroop, before you woke up, sorry, we'll get this in and the editor can take care of it later. You went to sleep and you wake up in your office. Did you want to do anything tonight?
Yeah, we'd like to. I want to summon Cloud. Is that a possibility?
How do you summon Cloud?
Cloud! Cloud! Hey, are you
Sure.
here?
Sure enough, Cloud pops up. That's all you need.
Hey, Cloud! Bitch, where you at?
Embodiment
Ooh,
of
Belle.
Gaia's will.
Bitch.
Hey, Cloud, how you doing tonight?
I am well. How are you?
I'm conflicted. That's beside the point. Hey, any of these other, like, guardian and waiting people, or guardians, whatever, any of them in the area? Do you know? Can you tell me that?
3 of them are in the Isles of Pelmore. 4 of them are at the Chantella tree.
So no, okay. Not anyone near here?
No,
If-
2 different
if-
continents.
If only I had a map.
You can summon them, but I would be careful.
No, we're gonna wait. I thought maybe I would run into one of them, but no, that's not a possibility. That's really all I had, for you. Are you doing okay? Settling into the role fine?
Thank you for your concern. But I know Gaia better than I ever have before, and I cannot think of a better role I would want for eternity.
That's the most emotion that I have had from you all week. So, thank you for sharing. I'm, since you're so connected to Gaia, how does she feel about liches?
Gaia is nature, and wants nature to be protected. You do know the world is full of liches, yes?
Oh, no, I did not. I know waffles. Cloud, I know 3 things in this world: waffles, spices, and to not poison your friends so much, because then they will don't like you very much.
I worry about this so much.
I mean, everyone needs a little. Everyone needs to build up a tolerance to poison.
Is there an acceptable amount? Is there a percentage that is okay to poison your friends?
I'm sure there is. I just don't have it yet. I'm not about the math. I'm just about not killing my friends on a daily basis.
Technically, when Stroop and Miranda consume alcohol, they are poisoning themselves.
Okay, sure, but Stroop also asked if she could find the equivalent of Xanax earlier, so let's not
Stroop's morals aren't...
Okay, that's different. That's not poison, that's medication.
She's not
Slight
a doctor! Whatever, move on.
She's a druid, though! And there is a cleric on hand. Those are the 2 closest things you're gonna find in D&D to a doctor.
There are liches, and like any other being, liches do not have to be evil.
Oh.
Some do use their power for good.
See, I think I had some underlying prejudices that I needed to work through in regards to liches, so, I probably still need to work on that a little bit. Okay, well that's some good information. Thank you for sharing that and your knowledge. It's a lot. It's a lot to deal with. It's a lot to think about. But we're gonna get through it. But tonight, for about 30 minutes, I would like to look at that spice book. And see if I can find something that will just surprise people in a good way, not poison them. So yeah, I think I'll take some time to do that. But other than that, meeting adjourned, Cloud. Meeting adjourned. I'm glad we had this talk.
Point of order. Wouldn't you have to start a meeting to adjourn a meeting?
Well, I mean, you start when you walk in. Right?
There's a rule book somewhere. I believe it's Bobby's Suggestions. I would look that up.
Okay, I'll do that. I'm still very new at this CEO thing, so you have to give me some slack. But I'll get better with time. Don't worry. We'll get better with time. But
Gray names will start appearing in your book, by the way.
More names? 3 names?
Gray.
Gray.
It will be
Okay.
light gray. Gaia is choosing people who have the potential to be guardians of Bleeding. If it helps your decision, without Hentrin, you're not going to be able to reach out and train new guardians. It is your choice.
So I need him around.
Not necessarily, but to make it easier on you, the 7 guardians cannot be called from their posts, as you know. World-ending, Gaia-destroying things will happen. So right now, it's only you.
And it's, just because something's easy doesn't make it the right thing to do.
And sometimes the right thing to do is difficult. And you thought you weren't guardian material.
Still debate every day in my head, but here we are. We're doing the thing, huh?
You are.
We are, and I grab him by the arm, and
And it
we
goes
are.
right through.
All right. It's fine, Cloud. It's fine. All right. Hey, what do you do when we're not talking?
Return to Gaia.
Oh, okay. Well, you have fun doing that. I'm gonna wake up and make some breakfast.
Good luck, Guardian Stroop.
Thank you, Cloud.
He disappears. You hear a voice echoing in your chamber. Stroop, darling, it's time to wake up.
What? Oh. Hey, Miranda.
She tells you about the thing overhead. She couldn't tell you what it was. It might be there, it might not be there. It was a thing, but it might not be a thing. Good luck on your watch.
Okay.
Roll me a perception. Did you just spit out the d20 and then roll it? That's weird.
Give it a little smoochy smooch.
Oh,
Are you even surprised?
I thought she was
Doc.
chipmunking her dice. Like, I need a d20.
Again, are you even surprised?
No, and don't think I didn't see that, Mike.
I got a dirty 20.
Okay. You're in touch with nature. You see in the distance that she's pointing, there is lights moving in the skies that aren't stars. It fades in the horizon after a while, but it was heading south. But the rest of the day, and as day breaks, nothing. It's beautiful. It's peaceful. For you, it's very sing-song, where the dark forest had gross noises and big bangs out of nowhere and laughing and the weird humming. This has a melody to the forest here. You can hear it. It almost tells you that the day is coming, and then it does. In that instant. But you all wake up. Before you wake up, though, Tayson, roll me a wisdom save.
14.
14.
Yeah.
You don't remember your dreams, but you feel like nothing bad happened.
Score.
Miranda's that kind of person that wakes up, like she's got like the really bad bed hair. And she kind of just like pulls herself halfway out of the sleep roll, looks around, lays back down for a second, looks at like Tayson and Stroop. Damn it, we gotta move, don't we? Fuck.
I mean,
will
breakfast.
say, because of your species, when you wake up with your bed head, you shake your head and it falls into perfect.
Oh, that's better.
But you
She,
definitely rock raccoon it.
Yeah, she kind of. Yep. No bad dreams, right? Right?
You can remember.
Pleasant dreams.
Okay, good. Oh, good morning, everyone. Stroop, what's for breakfast, darling?
Oh, you are in for a treat today, because I found some eggs.
Yes.
Yeah, got some eggs and some broth. And some of these plants that I have harvested
What
for
kind
morning
of
salad.
plants?
What?
Stroop, what
Morning
kind of
salad.
plants?
I found them over there.
Miranda is going to take a look. She is proficient in Poisoner's Kit. Does she recognize anything?
You do not.
Huh?
You do not recognize anything in this forest.
Here,
She
I'll have it first,
tentatively-
and I take a bite of it.
She tentatively takes a bite out of the salad.
It has a slight mint flavor to it, but overall doesn't feel like it has any lasting effects.
It's not bitter or anything.
It has the right amount of bitter.
I'm skeptical. I'm concerned at your skepticism of my salad. I mean, I know it's breakfast time, and we don't have breakfast salad usually.
Yeah, just
here,
eat it.
Tayson.
Thank you. Yeah, just eat it. It's fine.
She's eating it, but she's still kind of eyeing Stroop.
Why are you being so weird about food, Miranda?
Stroop is just like shoveling this salad.
It would be so rude for you to be weird about food.
Yeah.
Miranda's kind just eyeing everything. She's like, Tayson, do you know how many times Stroop has inadvertently
It would just be
poisoned
so
me?
rude for you to be judgmental about what people eat and stuff.
I am not
and
judging.
then also push away any food that's given
Camera-
to you. That's all I'm saying.
The camera pulls back while this conversation across the map, back to Hardell. We zoom in to two familiar houses, but to Miranda's home.
Excuse me.
A very familiar pixie seems to be playing with small animals in the house. As
What's
a portal
going to happen?
and opens up, and a man with a cane walks through. He places his cane on the couch, takes off his hat, and says, "My dear, it is time for you to take your break. I will see you in 2 weeks as we have always agreed." What are these? They left them. They're my friends now, to keep me company. Interesting. Is there anything I should know? No, sir. I have kept the house as you have commanded me. Harmon sits down and says, "Very well. I'll see you in 2 weeks. And we'll see you next time on the Bros and Dragons podcast."
Fuck, Doc!
Bye, everybody. Love you a lot. I'm not. You know what? Fuck Doc is actually a pretty silly way to end it. So no more stuff. Perfect. Doc, do the thing.
Well, first off, Geek Girl, do you have any codes you want to give out? Because you have like a million things.
Hi! So, I am a partner with both Viking Strength Alchemist and Juju Energy. If you use code GeekGirl, you get 10% off of Juju and 15% off of Viking Strength. Viking Strength is a protein powder, a nutrition supplement company based out of Savannah, Georgia. And Juju Energy, also oddly enough, is owned by someone here in Georgia. Was not planned, by the way. It just happened that way. But yeah, if you use code GeekGirl, you are
Queen
supporting
Shutterbug
this
just
particular
subscribed.
streamer. Hi. That would be in the link trees.
Real quick before we move forward. Hi, Link.
I love you, random citizen.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Queen. Thank you much for the sub.
Hi.
Hey, you're here just in time to sub. You're gonna be doing. You're gonna be a person. Man, you're gonna have to make a queen, a queen NPC that isn't the queen.
Queen enough that this one will be fun.
That's fair. That's fair. Hi, everybody. We're actually just finishing up. Love you all. And hey, we're going to be I'll just take this moment and then make Hannah go last. Because, hey, everybody, we're going to be coming back to like a regular streaming schedule. Like 3 hours ago, actually. So we're going to be doing all the stuff. So everybody,
Geek Girl Lisa
thank
just
you.
subscribed. Oh,
And also, thank you, Geek Girl. I mean, I don't think we can make you an NPC in a game. You're already a PC.
Yes,
in a
you
game.
can!
That's fair.
I'm waiting on you three to make me and my MP. I told you I would do
Yeah,
whatever
no.
you guys say.
No, I've got an idea. I'm saving it.
Okay.
You
Hannah,
guys get to meet on Wednesday at some point?
Hannah,
I have exciting news coming up very soon. I just can't talk about it yet because it's not officially signed or anything, but very good stuff coming up. So my thing is if you want more protein in your diet, to put your protein powder in your coffee in the morning, especially if you have chocolate protein powder in coffee. It makes a great mocha. So that's my life advice for the week.
Hey, and conveniently,
Yeah.
there's protein powder from Viking Strength
There you go.
Alchemist that is chocolate flavored.
Look at that corporate synergy. She's learning from her character.
so happy.
Link,
Everybody,
never apologize for the love.
never. Everybody love one another.
There it is.
Keep it nerdy and live your dreams.
Later.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.